Obviously, because I have glowing skin, you can't tell that I'm ill.
I feel like my look right now is very stepmom who needs to go pick up the kids. This
You don't
messy
look clean.
But I don't what?
You don't look clean.
I'm not clean. I'm truly disgusting, but you know what? What a week. It films regardless.
What a week knows no bounds. We know no stopping point. And can I just say, you put the big hoops on, which I think ultimately, as long as those are in play, we are all set.
I have to say though, Max, and dare I say it, what a week we've had.
I saw that coming, and it still got me when you said it. Kelly, weigh in here. Should Joe Rogan moderate debates? Yes or yes?
Absolutely.
To quote the great Tim Dillon, yes or yes?
I think when I first saw that, I was like, this seems like a very easy way to get this done. We don't have to all show up at these panels in the outfits and do the whole shake of the hand thing. Okay, it's obvious that these guys are not friends, all right? Let's throw them in the dungeon with Joe Rogan and see him duke them out.
I mean, they're not going to go into the octagon and, fight. They would die.
But if they went to Joe Rogan's podcast studio, right?
Right.
They could hash it out right there in that 4x4 closet space thing. Have you seen Joe Rogan, the design of the new one?
Yeah, I love the podcast, which is not something you would see for me at all.
No.
But the studio is horrible. For someone who's making millions of dollars and has the most popular podcast in the world, that studio is embarrassing. And I don't understand why he said that was... I guess, is he trying to seem more down to earth? Is that the idea? Because, listen, you're beneath the surface. Way to go.
A laser tag arena. That's what it looks like it was made to be.
Tell you what, sign me up.
Yeah,
I love a little laser tag.
Well, also, the other thing
Maybe that's the debate. Maybe it's laser tag. It's Trump-Biden laser tag fight.
Oh! But that would be literally the slowest laser tag you've ever seen in your life.
Speaking of blasts from the past, I've been watching Cobra Kai this week. I've been up till 3 a.m. every night because, number one, when I sleep, the darkness creeps in, so it's important that I stay awake at most times. And number two, it's a great show.
Okay, so this is huge news, Max. This is the type of news that really could make or break an entire generation of folks. I'm not a TikToker. We all know this. Okay, literally everyone begs for my TikTok all the time. I go, I don't have one, not yet.
You're on it.
And Max does have one with no demand, but
I haven't talked in a couple days. I've kind of gone a little away from TikTok.
It's good that you don't need the app anymore because I got news for you folks. They're taking it away on Sunday. This is obviously going to be put out right after that, so by the time we talk again, it will be gone. If you think about China running TikTok and then you watch all of these people doing stupid dances over and over and over again, it makes sense. The Chinese are very synchronized.
You know what I mean? Call me old-fashioned. Call me whatever. Chinese are very synchronized. Yeah. Also, you read the article wrong. The app's not actually going anywhere on Sunday. They're removing it from the App Store. So there's no new downloads allowed. So if you have it on your phone and you're using it, you can still use it.
I think they should
delete
delete
the... ass clown.
I think that they should delete the whole thing.
You really are. You're against TikTok.
I really don't like it. Something about it rubs me the wrong way.
Would it change your mind if I turned to you tomorrow and I said, hey, Kelly, I posted a clip of What a Week on there. It's up to 2 million views. The kids are loving it. Would you change your opinion on TikTok?
No, because I don't want 12-year-olds to be watching What a Week. This is not an appropriate conversation for a 12-year-old.
Some of them are 16, 17, even 18. So
I guess, but I'm just saying, I would be like, okay, until this generates actual money, why would I care how well I'm known until there's money involved?
Yeah, I guess there is that vanity aspect of it. Like, you're trying to blow up on that app for its own purpose, and I speak to that as someone who really relished it. I wanted that. Next story. Paris Hilton, bless her, she's back in the news. She's back in the public eye. She revealed in an interview with an Australian news station her real voice. She's like,
sounded like...
"Oh, Paris Hilton."
I'm Paris Hilton. Wait, so in the interview, does she do her real voice?
Yeah, I mean, it's her voice, but it's just a little deeper and regular. It's not like it's that high. Like, it's not that. It's just like a regular voice. So she said that she has, and let me tell you something. She said, and I thoroughly enjoy her before. I enjoy her now. I think she's an icon. She said that she's been playing a character all these years. She's been playing the dumb blonde character, but she hasn't been taking ownership and publicizing the fact that she's a businesswoman. And that she said, and that fact that I'm actually brilliant. She said, "I'm brilliant." Let me tell you something. No one who's brilliant has ever said, "I'm brilliant," out loud. Case in point, Trump. No one who's actually smart has ever said, "Listen, I'm smart." Because true intelligence is knowing what you don't know. But that's a whole thing for the other day. Was her voice that much of a thing? Were people really...
Yes.
Was it that much of a... I guess, yeah, right?
Yes. No, she was an icon. I mean, she still is in her own way, but
she's not dead.
Her voice, people went nuts for them. I mean, it was
Yeah.
it was the Kardashians before the Kardashians. And then Nicole Richie lost, I don't know, all of her weight, and then they kind of had to chill on everything.
I would like to challenge you to go 60 seconds on this program without mentioning a woman's weight. I would like... That's a new challenge for you.
It's part of the story. She went ahead and got full on. It is. The reason they had to cut the whole shaboodle is because she went ahead, got pregnant, and it was bulimic, like, during the whole situation. I don't want to spend time talking about this. Unfortunately, I've been giving no other choice.
The final thing that I wanted to talk about with this is that it was with an Australian people. So in the video interview, she's like, "This is my real voice. I'm actually very professional. I'm a businesswoman. Like, I was playing a character." And the woman interviewing her is like, "Oh no, like that's crazy." Like an Australian woman. She's like, "Oh no,
crazy." Oh my god, though. Australian women are beautiful. Always in shape. They're like 125.
That's part of the story. Well, that's it. Paris, I'm glad that you have a real voice.
Yes.
Good for you.
I've never had an issue with those two girls. They seem very nice. Why am I talking about them like they live down the street?
Yeah,
Our
when you
parents
were
got
in high
along,
school with them.
But I thought they were fine.
You guys lost touch, but it wasn't like no one like was like, it wasn't a choice. You know what I mean? You moved in different paths
People
in
grow
life,
apart.
and you're both rooting for each other from afar, and I really respect that about both of you guys. You know.
Also, look what I have on my nightstand and tell me I'm not an Italian woman. Look at what I have on my nightstand.
Crushed red pepper. What are you putting it on at night?
I had some pizza in bed. All right, so we're bringing it back, guys. We know that this is your favorite middle section, if you will. We're doing But Is It the Worst today, and I have to say, this week, I would say doesn't compare to This Week in History. Max, do you want to do the first one?
September 18th, 1987, hundreds of people in Brazil accidentally poisoned by radioactive rocks left behind by a medical facility. So, some backstory there is, this Brazilian, I think it was cancer research or something, they moved locales, and they didn't tell anybody, that they threw a bunch of stuff out on the way out, and I guess they didn't tell them, it was like, you can't just put this anywhere. So they just threw it in a local dump, and then I guess somebody found these really cool blue, stones in the dump, and they handed them, and then the poor people in this village or wherever it was, they started giving them to family members, and I was like, look, these are glowing blue stones. And then 4 people died. Everybody was had acute radioactive poisoning. It was what would have actually happened in Smallville, when the meteorites come down. Instead of superpowers, you know what happens when you touch a glowing rock? You die. You get radiation. You get poison. You don't get superpowers. You die. Okay, that's what happens.
I am just so... see, if I saw something glowing like that, I would be like, I need to call somebody. This is not okay. Like, but that being said, though, if I'm somewhere where I'm much more deserted and technology is not prime, I'm gonna be like, ooh, sparkly rock for Kelly.
Hey, yeah.
Let me put it in my mouth. Next thing that happened in history, the Battle of Antietam, the Civil War. It was the bloodiest single day in American military history. But here's what I have to wonder about that caption. The bloodiest day in American history. Did as many people die, or was it just exceptionally bloody that day?
It was just like a rough day. No,
it was just like
the
a lot of blood,
bloodiest,
but a lot of people made it out fine. It was just like,
it
wow,
was,
we have
a lot
buckets
of
of this stuff.
a lot of gushers on the battlefield. But that's true for like everything in the Civil War, because both sides were American, so all casualties were Americans. So
How embarrassing!
Tough.
How embarrassing!
I do think of that. I'm like, that's so embarrassing.
They're talking about now about how Civil War could come of play because of how divided we are and whatnot. And I just have to say that I'm going to stay inside for that one. You guys duke it out on the playgrounds. I'll be here if you need me.
If people are coming, and there's like the front lines, if I catch myself because like I'm getting a cold brew and I'm just like accidentally at the battlefield, I would just be like, we're better than this. Come on.
Do we need to do this? I mean, the problem is that we're such an angry country that how angry we are is going to make up for how stupid of an idea someone has. People are going to be like, I know it's stupid, but I'm pissed.
I'm pissed.
I'm pissed, so I had to go shoot somebody.
Let me tell you something. I've never gotten the urge. I've never been angry enough where I'd be like, I've never been angry enough where I'd be like, you know what? I could shoot you.
The act of killing somebody sounds so crazy. I have thought to myself, you could go walk off a cliff and I'd be fine.
I wouldn't hate it.
But as long as you do it, I'm not going to jail for your dumb ass.
Or the big man upstairs. If you get smoked, I'm not shedding a tear. If you get struck by a bolt, I'm not exactly, going to church. But,
you won't find me at the pew, okay? You're not gonna find me.
I'm not exactly crying at the funeral.
Yeah.
I'm not, doing the dramatic thing, black umbrella in a rainy day, throwing a little dirt on top of you. Maybe a little of that. Hashtag major apocalypse vibes. There was... also, my dad sent me this article because he's our biggest fan. And he was like, maybe mention this on What a Week. He was very excited about it, even though it's a horrible story. Mass die-offs. Birds are falling from the sky in large numbers, just dying in southwestern United States. So, I guess amidst migration and that kind of stuff, they're just literally like people are walking out and there are just like 100 birds on the ground.
Because it's so hot? And because of the smoke?
Well, they have a lot of theories. So it could be smoke inhalation. It could be climate change. So what happened is it's too warm where they left, or it got cold too early, but it's not warm enough where they're going.
Oh,
I don't know.
See.
I'm not a scientist.
It got colder where they were, so they thought it was time to leave, and then it was still too hot.
Yeah.
Where they got.
And then it was still too hot where they went, or vice versa. I don't know. Listen. Anyway, what I'm saying is it's probably none of the above. It's a biblical Leviticus 8:16. Birds will fall from the sky when Paris Hilton speaks in her real voice. That's.
First of all, I think that if I were to walk up to 100 dead birds, I would scream.
Yeah, no. I would not be in a good place.
Just like mentally, I would be like, what's about to happen to me?
I think in the article they were like, in days leading up to it, the birds were like acting funny.
There were no early birds catching the worms. The worms were catching the birds.
The worm.
It was chaos.
That is that is a hilarious image. That is a hilarious image. Let me tell you. Bird, he's got him.
Gotcha. Okay, Ohio, which we all know and love as the hippest place to be, Columbus in particular, their fentanyl problem
Jewel of
is
the Midwest.
out of this world. Anyways, that's not what this is about. Okay, in Ohio, you cannot trick or treat. And it's not fair because, yes, that's just not fair. I don't see how trick-or-treating is going to cause problems.
Well, I mean, I also think they said well, they essentially said cancel Halloween. They said no haunted houses, no hay rides, no joy. If you're canceling Halloween, what's next?
I get
You're going to cancel what? Everything else?
They're going to try to cancel all of it. They're going to try to cancel all of it. They're going to try to cancel the tree cutting thing.
Well, where I come,
where you
where
cut
I
a
come
tree for
from,
Christmas?
it's all Halloween. It's Halloween until New Year's. It's Halloween with turkey, and that's Halloween with presents, and that's the best.
Yeah.
So we're starting things on a bad note.
I don't see how Thanksgiving is going to happen.
Honestly, well, I mean, like a lot.
Think about it,
they're not
like-
going to do like 30 person family ones, especially because like every family has one old person that's definitely going to die. Well, except for the people that straight up don't believe in it, like the hoax folks.
Which
Why
there
are we
are
not
quite a
calling
few
them
people
hoax
who don't
folks?
believe
That's
in it.
delightful. Now we've made everybody sad. It went from not being able to go trick or treating to making people
It is
sad.
sad.
I
I want to. I don't
It
even
is
trick or treat
sad.
anymore, but I would like to hand out some chocolate. Why don't we talk about this? What's something good that happened to you this week?
Stand-up's going well for me. This week has been a great week in stand-up. I had a show that I did really well in. I'm getting booked more again, so it feels like it's starting to feel like I'm starting to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Which is nice. You know, I have 2 shows on Saturday, 2 shows in the same day for the first time in a while, which is
That's
nice.
great.
What about you, Kel?
Oh, me? I got hammered at BJ's and it freaking ruled. Wow, what a wonderful another week. What a week. If you guys could please like and subscribe, that would be great. Yeah, follow us on the Instagram, which is now going to be up and live. And
Will it be?
yes,
That's a nice challenge for
Yes,
yourself.
of course it'll be up.
That's great. It's going to be, follow our Instagram. It's going to be huge. We are blowing up. It's insane. It's insane how well this is going.
Yes.